Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. Yes, I still do YouTube, even though I don't come on as often every week. But here we are together to have a good time. I hope everyone is having some form of a great Monday, some form of a great Black History Month. Okay, happy Black History Month to us all the Black people in the room. Because y'all may not be, I don't know who's Black or white, but to the Black people, to the Black delegation, okay, happy Black History Month. I miss y'all. Did y'all miss me? I hope so. Okay, make sure that you're out here subscribing to the channel. Wrong button. That y'all are subscribing to the channel and that y'all have already subscribed, liked the video, commented in the comment section, and all of that good stuff. Okay, yes, I have not been live since last week Tuesday. Okay, this is the last time was around here. We discussed these people, but again, we're day. If you do not know, I did recap the Grammy. That review was up on my channel. Go watch it because I felt like I did not want to, because I have not been live for a week. I'm like, I can't recap the Grammys, recap the foolishness, recap the I couldn't do it all. I said, girl, what can be separate? Okay, do the Grammys by themselves. So that's a whole separate review. Watch that on my channel. No, okay, but today we're here for this, okay? And a good time. I put lipstick on. I got my pajamas on because I'm going to bed when I'm done. I got my kissy pajamas on so y'all can kiss me, love me, forgive me, believing again for a week. But it's look. Sometimes you might get 1 or 2 videos a week. It just depends on my work schedule, how I feel that day, what the weather may be like, or whatever. If I haven't had no pickle, if I need some water, okay, if I'm sleepy, but I am always gonna come back What thumbnail that took me time to do, child. I said, girl, you can't be gone for a minute and come back with a basic. You can't be no basic thumbnail. Not today, Jaylee. Okay. So, hello to the people. Okay. I missed y'all. I know y'all missed me. Okay. Um, I just been chilling. I was just child. What had happened was I woke up Wednesday, and Wednesday, Don Lemon had got arrested. Caroline died from Home Alone and Beetlejuice. And I was like, Jesus, I can't do it. Nope, nope. Did I stay home from work that day? I may not have went. I don't remember. Okay, and then from there, because of all the Nicki Minaj was doing her shenanigans, and I said I can't. If I go on live, I'm gonna get the cussing and fussing. I'm gonna go off too bad. I'm gonna get my page shut down. So to go to sleep, Jaylee take a little nap, and I woke up and it was today. Okay, so that's what happened. Okay, I'm just didn't know, but look, make like the video and subscribe. But that's all that it was, or whatever. Good naps, good mornings, good times, quietness, relaxing, relating, and releasing. Okay, but that was. I was like, and I said, well, I should go live today. And I was like, nope. Mm-mm. When I have an inkling that I'm not supposed to, sure, that I'm not supposed to, that I'm not supposed to go on live because I'm gonna probably cuss somebody out. I don't. I follow that vibe, and I'm like, nope. For some reason, child, it's too heavy. The stuff in it's too much stuff, and I can't cuss Code 45 out too hard because they might think I'm a different race or different, and they may try to come get me. Because said, nope, you gotta wait. Okay, you gotta wait. And so here we are together. Okay, here we are together. Yeah. So because y'all be like, oh, the thumbnail stuff. Because sometimes when I come on here and I don't have a thumbnail, I'm like, so as I was making this one, I said, Jaylee, record how you make it. Okay, just put your phone up on face the computer. Okay, and hit record and let them see the difficultiness, the difficultiness. There might not be a word. The difficulty, or that because it's not difficult to do my thumbnails. It's just it takes time. So when I be like, hey y'all, I didn't feel like doing one. It's so that it's because it takes time. Okay, so this one took about 35 minutes today and whatnot. So I did post, so I sped it up. Okay. So it's like a 6-minute video that shows y'all what went into making today's thumbnail. Okay. Now I'm not gonna do that daily, but that's at least a little glimpse into what it takes to get a cohesive, color coordinated thumbnail. Okay. This one last night, I think this one may have took me 25 minutes or whatever. This one took about, what I'm saying? Like, child, this one right here, okay, order thing, you know what I'm saying? This depends. But this one, I was like, girl, get it together. Okay, get it together. But again, hello to the people. Okay. We're gonna get into all the things that has happened between today and last week. Okay, this is gonna be at least a 2-hour tour. Okay, I'm not gonna hold on. Oh, we're not gonna be here long, child. It may be a little long. Okay, I may also cut up a few things and make them separate videos that will be on my channel tomorrow because everybody may not want to sit through 2+ hours about foolishness around here, okay? But I am happy y'all are here, okay? I've been here and whatnot, and I said I'm gonna go live. I said, hey, I'm gonna be live today, and here we are, okay? I've been waiting all year. Damn, it is a whole new year. it's a whole new year. Child, I said, who did that? Now, what had happened? What had happened? Yep, it is all his fault. Him, it is, look, whenever I am not live, I need you, don't blame me, blame him. Okay, yes. Let him be the fall guy for all the time. Even though he'll say, don't blame me when you don't go live. And I'll say, well, I'll probably blame you anyway, okay? But yes. Now, first of all, okay. I am a single woman. However, you still can't lay on my titties, okay? So you can't say that in the chats. This is not that kind of space. Okay, the JayBirds don't want to lay upon my bosom. Okay, my bosom is private. Okay, my bosom is mine. So you can't, no. Regardless of who is around here. Shout out my throat, and I'm not coughing because I'm lying. My throat was just dry. But no, my bosom is off limits to anybody. No one watching here. No one watching me who don't know my address, who ain't already been over here, have access to my titties. So you know. No. It's okay, we're not so this no. Okay, so don't get blocked. See, if this was 2 days ago, I probably would have got kicked off of the YouTubes. Okay? So we're not gonna do that. Okay? This is a friendly space, but we will not. That is a disrespectful comment. You can't tell people that you don't know about titties. It's not. We're not doing that. See, now I gotta go to sleep. See, now I gotta leave for 2 more weeks. Okay. And this time you can't blame him because if him said this, he would not. First of all, him would never say this on perfectly. However, let me make something really clear to anybody else watching today and forever. Okay. Jaylee, dating life don't matter. Okay. Titties are off limits. Okay. So I do not want anyone to ever feel like you can come on my channel and mention laying on my boobs. Okay. Okay. No. Then you said it twice. Not just once, but twice. No, what is wrong with y'all? Child. Thank you. I loved my review as well. Okay, I did not know all the people around there. Okay, at all. I didn't know a lot of them people. Okay, but the ones I knew, I discussed. Okay, yes, thank you. I look the comfy and all that. Okay, you can't tell a stranger that you want to lay on their titties in love. You can't. You can't. It's just not. It's not how it would be. That's not how it goes in life. You know what I'm saying? Who do I love? Who do I love? I love Michael B. Jordan. He's a great actor, very, very entertaining. I would never go to Michael B. Jordan's page and say, Michael B. Jordan, I would love to place your penis upon my body. I would not say that because I don't know that man like that. Okay. So we have to understand, okay, I appreciate the appreciation. I do. And that's why I haven't used not near curse word. I'm cussing you out, but in all of the glory of non-curse words, okay? Because the first 10 or so minutes on my YouTube, you can't really be cussing and fussing. Okay? So just so everybody's aware, from today until forever, no matter who is accessing Jaylee's body, okay? No one I don't know can. No, you can't do that. No, okay? We are a family around here. Okay? You can't, it's not what we do, okay? Anyway. You're gonna get like, what are we doing here? And first of all, how you know whoever I deal with? What if I deal with a crazy man who gonna come beat me up because he think I'm around here flirting with folks on the corner? Okay, what if you just got me beaten up? Okay, what if you got me cussed out? That's not happening. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, you can't do stuff like that. Okay, you can't not on the use the tubes. Okay, you can't be doing that stuff. Okay, that's why I keep my titties covered up. And I put a robe. And again, I'm seriously joking, but I'm serious one. You can't be, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause keep in mind, I'm an artist, and I'm sensitive about I'm playing. Okay, but yeah, no, okay, no, we can't say stuff like that. Okay, we can't do that. Okay, what are we doing around here? What are we doing around here? I'm like, what? How do we get here? Now, technically, I didn't got to show nobody that one time at band camp, it was not my fault. Okay? Not at all. I was floored. Like, oh Lord, how did these things happen? Okay. Anyway. I'm like, no, what the hell? Like, how my titties getting it? I said, why do I get to wear titties? My titties. I'm like, hold on. Hold on now. Cover my titties up. Lord. Yeah, my mama be in here sometime. My nephew will be in here sometime. I don't know who'll be in here sometime, child. I don't know. Y'all know I get flustered. Y'all know I'm very shy. What are y'all doing? What's going on? Okay. I'm like, what is happening there? Look, I fully get it. I fully get it. Like, it's okay, okay? It's okay. See, everybody have a shot, okay? I don't have any liquor. I have a shot of water. Lord Jesus. Anyway, it's the red lipstick. You know what I'm saying? It's the red lipstick. It's the itty bitty piece of cleavage. You know? Yeah, that one time at band camp. Okay? Hey, Tammy Talks, how you doing? Y'all make sure to subscribe and follow Tammy Talks as well on her view of the tubes around here. Okay? Anyway, y'all, let's get said, Lord, how did my teens get in the conversation? I was like, oh God. I would look and this time I can't even control my titties. They just there, okay? Anyway. I am so anyway. Because I think if everybody around, I'm like, we all family. And I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Look, We are family, like a giant tree, reaching out to all of that. It almost happened on your live. Look, that's why now, before I hit go live, I'm like, Jaylee, put a shirt on. Put a shirt on, girl, because you do not want, you know. I didn't flash. I didn't flash y'all. Look, anytime, anytime that y'all have accidentally seen a boob or cleavage, it was completely accidental. It was completely accidental. And if you're gonna blame anybody, blame him. Anyway, y'all, let's get to the shits of the evening. Okay, now first I want to discuss, because I was going to recap the verses. Okay, y'all know usually on any given Tuesday, Monday, or whatever they have verses on, I will recap the verses. This year, y'all don't know how much I'm going. Y'all look, y'all, I am a very shy person. Okay, y'all don't know that. I am a very shy person. I'm all embarrassed. I'm on my cheeks is all flushed, child. Oh God. Anyway, the verses. Okay, there was a verses that happened. Let me go to the verses page. They did open the things. Verses. The last, because who was the last one? They came back with somebody else. I can't think who it was. But Versus had a little battle. It was between, what picture I have? Hold on. I know, forget it. It was between the producer Hit Boy and the producer Mike Will Made. Now, Mike Will made my favorite song, one of my favorite songs. You know what I'm saying? Bands make a dance. If bands make a dance, come on, I am shaking my tail feather around here. Okay. And I was like, oh, this should be good. This should be fun. Now, it was on Friday. And when I tell y'all, I completely forgot, mainly because it really wasn't promoted like at the all. And I was aggravated because I'm like, dang, it's Friday. I had a live set and canceled it because I got to watch the verses. I didn't get home until 8. It started at 8, but there was like no promotion. It was there wasn't even any other artist saying, hey, y'all, verses is on Friday, be there or be square. It was nothing like any other verses they have ever had. The last, Cash Money and No Limit, okay, was the last one. And that one, if y'all, that was a fun one. Okay. And when they had like Lil Jon versus T-Pain, you had, Timbaland versus Sweet Beats. We had Babyface versus Teddy Riley. We've had other producer battles in the past. When I say this was a crock of bullshit, and I mean that in the most disrespectful way possible, and not in a way saying that Michael made it or Hit Boy are trash people. The production was trash. The promotion was trash. The track list they did was a bit of trash. And when I cut it on, the crowd was whack. It was boring from the beginning. I I don't know. It was because I don't know if people know of Michael Made It and Hit Boy. They have made some of the biggest records in years, for sure, for sure, for sure. But I'm like, did people just not know who they were? And so Timberland and Swiss and Verzuz and Apple Music and Complex decided, hey, we're not even going to promote it. It was aggravating. They were slow at playing the songs. The crowd was so lackluster and boring. They did bring out. I'm like, it was hot and cold. I'm like, why is Hit Boy in a goddamn Scully hat with crown jewels around it? It was weird to me. It was too, as I always feel, it's too many people on stage. Okay, it was 18,752 people on the stage for no damn reason. The crowd did not know most of the songs, so it was weird. And to me, the only reason a producer battle worked in the past was because it was online and we were watching it, seeing something. But here, I don't want to see Michael Made It rap a song I don't know. It was such a weird vibe. Um, I didn't know most of the song. I feel like they picked their favorite songs they produced. They didn't pick songs that were widely known and popular. If you're a producer and you want folk to know, hey, I produced this huge song that was very, very, um, popular, do that. But if you produce a song 15 years ago that was like a B-side track, I don't know the fucking beat. I don't try. I defer. It was just bullshit to me. They both were like confused. They both didn't know how many songs they had to do. I was like, girl, it's dumb. Ray Sherman, is it Ray Sherman? Came out like three damn times to perform songs. Uh Big Sean came out and his first to click. What's his man name? Juicy J came out. When Juicy J came out, he came out to do Bands Mega Dance. They had one stripper who didn't strip. She just danced a little bit. They then threw money all over the floor, and then no one could walk on the floor because it was slippery. Because money is slippery. I just wondered who produced this. The Swiss Beats and Timbaland left this to be who, I don't know. It just did not seem like it was in any kind of order at all. And it made me mad. Okay. Then at about maybe like 9:45-ish, they did not know how many songs they had left. Is it one or five? I'm like, how do y'all not know? It was the weirdest shit ever. For me, based on this Verzuz is dead. 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 Okay, let it die. Let it be. We don't now. They say they're gonna have more verses coming later. I don't know who, but they should never ever do a producer battle. If the producers don't know, you need to play actual hits, not just songs you like that you did. If we don't know the fucking songs, I can't rap a song I've never heard. Then when Big Sean came out to do his version, his verse on Click, which is one of my favorite songs. Big Sean and Hit Boy then perform a song, a brand. I'm like, why y'all doing a brand new song? We don't, girl. So yeah, I don't. It was dumb. It was horrible. I don't like it. Don't do that anymore. Okay. Don't have no dead ass crowd. First of all, don't have it in LA. LA crowds seem like they don't care to get amped, to get hyped at all. So you have a lot, you have people there, but they're not really in engaging in the music. They don't know half the shit. It was stupid. It was dumb. And I'm mad at them. Okay. So there was a Verzuz. We did not like it. It was horrible. It was boring. Out of the 20 odd songs they performed, I knew maybe 6. maybe 6 or 7 songs that they did. And a lot of the songs they did were like, it felt like they were just favorites of theirs. And if you bring a stripper, bring 2. You can't bring one stripper to a party. That's just stupid. That's just dumb. And then she didn't even strip. Anyway. Yeah, so Verzuz that made me mad. Okay. Now I want to get to some of the crazy shits happening and whatnot. Now I saw this last week. Yeah, 5 days ago. Man carjacked after picking up suspect from an online meetup. First of all, stop trying to fuck people you meet online. Okay, if you didn't meet somebody on Black Planet, on MySpace, Facebook when it first came out, you can't really meet up with people now that you meet on these apps. They're gonna probably rob you, kill you, or try to take your vagina or your butt. I don't know, but you can't do these things because people are crazy. Okay, so an alleged suspect was arrested on Wednesday night following a carjacking. You can't be how you carjacking at a meetup? So the victim met a male online and agreed to meet in person. And when they say the victim, I always feel like that means a man met up with a man to get some man stuff done. Okay. My opinion, the victim met a male online and agreed to meet in person. The victim picked him up and drove to the parking lot of Cody High School at 11:30 p.m. First of all, why y'all going to fuck up, girl? Why are you meeting up with a stranger in a snowstorm? And it was snowing last week on Wednesday. You met up with a stranger at a high school parking lot, girl. What? At 11:30 p.m. The vehicle was parked. The suspect put out a firearm and announced a robbery. The victim complied and exited the car. The suspect then fled and seen in the car a Ford Escape. I'm like, they tracked the car down and arrested him. Okay, and then he tried to run on foot, but got caught. I was like, this is stupid. This is dumb. Do not meet people on these apps. If you do meet someone on an app, you really should not rob them. Okay, it's not worth it. Not today, not ever. Okay, and again, you can't be fucking in high school parking lots because the only look in my former life, okay, in my former this is stuff you do. That's somebody say go work. You know, when you are 18, maybe 19, live with your parents, you can't bring dick home to your parents' house to fuck. You can't do that. So back in the day, in the 99s, 2000s, people were actively having car sex in parking lots. Okay, y'all know I got carjacked that way one time back in 2004. Okay, 2004. I was in my 2004 Malibu. Okay, and child life was happening, a good time and whatnot. And that's how they get you, okay? But again, that was 22 years ago. You cannot be meeting up with people in 2026 at parking lots to do stuff at night, okay? Go get a hotel room, okay? Go hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, Airbnb, I don't know. But don't meet a stranger from social media and then meet them or go get them. Okay. Go get them. First of all, I'm not going to pick up a stranger at all. So a life lesson, you can no longer have sex in parking lots. Okay. You can't do it. The time has passed. Okay. Also, you cannot and you should not walk across a river. Okay, look, yes, there is water that separates Detroit and Canada. Okay, there's also the bridge that takes you from Detroit to Canada. Okay, you are not supposed to walk across the river. Okay, Michigan woman arrested after she walked across the river to get from Detroit to Canada. Girl, what are you doing? What is wrong with you? Now, why don't you do that? Okay, your friend was arrested after she was. They don't know that she child. First of all, they guard that border because it's literally a border between two different countries. Canada is a whole different country. Okay, so they're monitoring anything going on between this place and that place. Okay, so you think that no one will notice? Is that a person walking across the? Is someone walking across the river? Is there somebody walking? Yes, they're going to get you. Okay, they're going to get you. Now, yes, it has been extremely cold here. Everything is frozen and it was snowing today. So the lake is mainly frozen over because it's been below temperatures or whatever. And it's like, what are you doing? Okay, what is going on? So again, she was walking across the river that connects us to Canada. Parliamentary news: the woman was taken into custody after Canadian officials noticed her walking across the frozen water using a drone. You can't sneak from here to there. Okay, Canadian people said, "Hey, Detroit people, it's a crazy bitch walking back and forth. Which one is it?" Okay, they talked to the lady and making her walk back to Detroit. Bitch, can you imagine? You tried to walk from here to there. You got there, and they said, "Bitch, go back, go home, go home." The fact that they made her walk back on the water because she got a child. Okay, again, they spoke to her and said, "Walk your ass back." Okay, and she then walked back to Detroit and got arrested. Okay, she did not say why she tried to walk to Canada. Was she drunk? Maybe she was drunk. Either way, go, bitch, she's arrested. Child, it's never worth it. It's not ever worth it. I don't care how you get there. Get there if you can. Oh Lord. Oh God. That was petty. First of all, one, she probably could not legally enter Canada. So that's why they didn't want to arrest her and say, "Hey, you walk over, walk back." And hey, Detroit people, she coming, arrest her. I was like, what? Oh, technically, technically, if you want to stroll, you can. But you like from our Detroit, the border. So if you were downtown Detroit in front of the river, okay, you can see Canada. If now I would never suggest anyone to try to swim in the water because you're gonna probably die. But it's literally across the bridge. I feel like it's like the Brooklyn Bridge that folks walk across or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Is that? But it's a hop, skip, and a jump. A hop, a skip, and a jump. So yeah, but you can't. You can't. You don't even want to accidentally take the tunnel to Canada because it's a whole ordeal to get there and back. It's crazy. So I don't even go that way because I'm not going to Canada. No. If you have time, you can walk. Got a couple hours. You want to take a little jog, a little brisk walk, sure. But it's a whole ordeal to get to and from Detroit to Canada. But it's a tunnel that takes you there. So yeah, it's like that's a we don't look at Canada as a different country because bitch, I can see it from a window. Not for mine, but again, if you're anywhere in downtown Detroit, you can see Canada like face to face. So yeah. But yeah, she is arrested because she was dumb. 4 people have pled guilty in a $63 million. Y'all, that is theft. Fraud. Okay, so 4 folks be guilty and $63 million. Oh, where it go? Oh, God. I need to pause it. A check theft scheme, faced up to 30 years in prison. All 4 people charged in a massive mail theft and fraud scheme involving more than $63 million in stolen checks. Now, first of all, who sending all the checks? Okay, they stole all of the government checks, tax checks, SSI checks, welfare checks, inheritance checks. They stole every check available. $63 million, girl. They pled guilty. Okay. Let's see. The conspiracy involved stealing checks from the U.S. mail and selling them online, including thousands of IRS tax refund checks issued by the Treasury. The finished Jason, is it Jaywan? Jayshwan? Very nice. Somebody Williams, okay, of Rochester Hills, DeQuan Foreman of East Point, Vanessa Hargrove, that name sounds familiar. Vanessa Hargrove of Detroit and Crystal Jenkins of Detroit all pled guilty, okay, to conspiracy to aid and abet bank and wire fraud. Look, I promise y'all, it's never worth it, okay? Because you're gonna be in prison. The IRS is not aware that you exist. Getting a job will be hard because you will scam. You really probably can't get a federal job. That's crazy for the president is a felon. My point is, child, don't do this stuff. Okay. If you have not schemed and scammed past the age of 25, leave it be. Okay, because after 25, you are a full-grown adult. You can't blame being young and dumb. Okay, now Hargrove and Jenkins were the U.S. Postal Service employees who used their access to steal checks. Okay, and then pass them to Williams and Foreman to exchange for payments. Again, also do your dirt on your own. Because trust and believe somebody snitched on the other one. Okay, so if you're gonna scheme and scam, do it on your own. Because once you involve other people, you're going to jail. Okay, you're going to jail. But again, they're going to prison for up to 30 years. And again, I'm pretty sure they don't have the money. Okay, and it's dumb. Now, speaking of crazy people. Texas man arrested after he allegedly shot and killed his daughter's parents because he's crazy. Let's listen.
15 days since a couple was shot and killed inside this 2-story home. The accused killer, 42-year-old Norman Johnson, now in jail. Investigators say he's accused of killing Trinette and Christopher Lopez. Their adult children and their 7-year-old adopted daughter asleep upstairs, waking up to the sound of gunshots. Investigators quickly learned the double murder was targeted and Norman Johnson was their suspect. Johnson is a 7-year-old girl's biological father.
Now, why would you kill her adopted parents? So now they're gone. But now you're going to prison for life for double murder. It don't make sense, in my opinion. What do you think would happen?
Records show 3 days after the double murder, Johnson was arrested in Williamson County on a Harris County warrant for harassment charge, but he was released the next day. This court document shows the harassment charge is from October 2024. Johnson allegedly threatened to kill Christopher Lopez and another relative over an ongoing child custody issue. Records show Johnson allegedly told the relative, "I will kill you and Chris over the child custody issue at hand."
And at that point, once you threaten to murder me, and I have like proof of the threats, I'm getting a PPO and I'm shooting you the moment I see you. Okay, I just feel People should not. The bad part about the law is police can't step in until someone like physically harms you. But I should not have to wait to die to be defended and protected.
Johnson landed back in Williamson County Jail today, this time on capital murder charges. 15 days since a couple was shot and killed.
So he's in jail. He's gonna probably get life, okay? But again, I wish the police and the system would not force people to have to wait until someone acts on the threats to do something. No, if someone says, hey, I'm going to kill you, that's enough to where they should literally be arrested. Okay. Threatening to kill someone should be like 1 or 2 steps below murder. Okay, if you threaten to kill me and there is a pattern of toxic behavior or whatever between me and you are always threatening me, you should get like 2, 3, 4, 5 years in jail. Okay, not life, but when you actively threaten someone enough to where you seem like your threat, you should be arrested and sent to jail for up to 5 years. Period. Maybe folks will stop threatening to kill folks, and maybe some folks won't die because the murderer is stopped. And then once you go to jail, permanent PPO against the person. You should not be able to come anywhere near me. And if you do, back to prison. Okay, but now the girl daddy is in prison. The people, the girl, girl, it's just team too much. Fully team too much. Okay. Batman is around here trying to get us. A man dressed up as Batman confronts the city council and Santa Clara's who are cooperating with ICE.
What the are we doing here? Seriously.
Now, do y'all think he already had the Batman costume, or did he get it for this moment?
You have had months to prepare for this upcoming event. I don't give a damn if this is outside of decorum. People are dying on our streets every single day in this country because we allow this federal government to walk all over you. Look me in the eye. Can any one of you go home to your children and tell them that you did everything you could to protect their classmates?
Now, Batman, we can't see your eyes, Batman.
To protect their grandparents? To protect them? I don't think you can, with the exception of Park. Thank you. This needs to have happened 2 months ago, but you can still make it up and make every single policy on this little sheet of paper here happen right now. Happen before the Super Bowl. Happen before potentially hundreds of masked men come into our city and kill people.
And him being there as a masked man, okay, as Batman around here, it's also kind of like I'm doing what they do. It's not crazy for them to be in our city wearing masks, doing shit. Why can't I come here in my mask and say some shit?
I am disgusted by each and every one of you, with the exception of Councilmember Park.
So fuck you, not you, and fuck you.
That you have not done something more. You need to affirm that no city resources will go to ICE, that no cooperation will be given to them. You need to affirm to the country, to the world, that you are not cowards. Because as of right now, I stand in front of a council of cowards. And if you do not act, you're not just cowards, you are traitors. Traitors to each and every individual you serve. To each and every individual that lives in this country, legal or not. You need to do something.
He should have came with a Robin or an Alfred.
about getting these policies into writing, ensuring that your officers do not cooperate with ICE, ensuring that they cannot use city resources, that they cannot tap into city data before more people die. Yes, more people die. I don't think I need to go into how many people have been shot, how many people have been taken, how many children have been abducted and used as bait. I don't need to tell you that. You see it on the TV every single day. I don't want you to sit back and watch. I want you to f***ing do something.
Does Batman cuss? I think he did.
What the f*** are we doing here?
Look, if all else fails, okay, put you a good old mask on and go cuss motherfuckers out, because child is getting crazy out here, and that's just what it is. Idiot was out here running from the police. Okay, a whole car chase, police chase here in Detroit, and the full car ran out of gas. First of all, what crime were you committing? What were you doing that it was no gas in your car? Okay, in your car, that means there was no gas in that car. It takes a lot for a car to run out of gas. Okay, just don't go on car chases. Okay, with no gas. It's stupid. You're gonna get caught, and now your car gonna get towed. You're arrested, and you look dumb. Just saying. Okay. More inmates escaped from a prison in Louisiana. Now I'm like, what kind of prisons do they have? How do so many of them keep getting out?
Inmates who escaped from Louisiana's jail, the Riverbend Detention Center. They are now back in custody, but the hunt remains for the others. Several of the escapees were they've been arrested in Baton Rouge in the past.
Dion Guillory has been following this developing story all day and has some new details for us. Dion.
Well, good evening. We are still waiting to learn tonight how those inmates were able to escape from the Riverbend Detention Center in East Carroll Parish. Trenton Tamplin is one of the recaptured escapees. He faces a murder charge in East Baton Rouge Parish.
Murder? Murderers should not be able. First of all, when somebody is arrested for murder, okay, and they are accused and arrested for murder, they should be put somewhere that you can't get out of. Okay? I'm just saying. It should be, if someone was arrested for like jaywalking or for tickets, maybe even a DUI, if they get out, okay. No one accused of murder should be able to easily escape from the damn jail.
4 of the escapees were previously arrested on violent crimes in East Baton Rouge Parish. Trenton Tamplin is accused of a double shooting on Fairfields Avenue in June 2020. One man died and a woman was hurt. Police arrested Destin Brogan in September 2022 when he was 18, tied to a shooting death at an O'Neill Lane apartment complex. Colin Looney was arrested for a Baton Rouge burglary in 2023. Less than a year later, authorities charged him with second-degree murder in Broussard. Kevin Slaughter has been arrested several times since 2006. His charges range from drug possession to robbery and domestic abuse battery.
All prison.
Krishan Salinas was arrested in St. Mary Parish last January on charges including theft and speeding. He also faced warrants from Morgan City, Terrebonne Parish, and Homa. Clope Lalonde Vicnair pleaded guilty to manslaughter in September. He had originally been indicted on a murder charge.
Child, first of all, y'all letting all of the criminals out.
Now, Attorney General Liz Murrow says she's monitoring the situation.
No, girl, buy a new prison, okay? Get some better doors.
And has offered assistance to the sheriff.
The doors should not be, child. Look, I see if one escapes, okay? One can slip past whatever. 8 inmates escaping is insane. Child, lock your doors, okay? Hide your wives. I saw this story. Okay, a mama was arrested after she's been accused of killing her 2-month-old child because she gave the baby some liquor. Now, I feel one way. You should not give your baby liquor.
Investigators arrested and charged Cologne with murder Thursday after police say she intentionally put alcohol into her 2-month-old baby's bottle, leading to the infant's death.
It's heartbreaking and maddening.
Last October, officers in Atlanta Fire Rescue responded to this apartment on Perry Boulevard for an unresponsive infant. The baby was rushed to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta at Scottish Rite, where he was pronounced dead. Police say there were no immediate signs of trauma, prompting an autopsy and toxicology testing. Court records showed the baby's blood alcohol concentration was 0.179, more than twice the legal limit for an adult.
Now, I said, bitch, so you just filled a baby's bottle up with... Now, first of all, look, I'm not making fun of a dead baby. Okay, I want to make that clear. But I'm like, she had to have also mixed the liquor with something, because most alcohol tastes disgusting for an adult, you know. So for a 2-month-old baby, did she force feed the baby the liquor? Now, I know back in the day, people would give babies a little itty bitty bit of liquor to make them sleep. Okay, a itty bitty shot, not even a real shot or whatever. So I remember that's how folk would do it back in the day. However, to give the baby alcohol poisoning to where their blood alcohol limit was twice the limit for a full-grown adult, I was like, how did the baby even digest or easily drink the liquor, which is crazy in itself.
Doctors concluded the alcohol was ingested from a bottle, not passed through breast milk. Police say Cologne told investigators she prepared the bottle the baby drank, but investigators say evidence shows alcohol was purposely placed into the bottle, causing alcohol poisoning and the baby's death.
Meaning she didn't accidentally, oops. It means she purposefully poured enough liquor in the bottle for the baby to drink. Okay. So I feel like, one, again, everybody should not be a parent, for one. Two, if you are feeling overwhelmed, please speak up and say something. I feel like it's unfortunate when postpartum tiredness, despair, and all of that shit wraps up in a bubble, and the child ends up paying the price. You know, either way it go, some folk don't need to be parents. Yeah, they used to, well, my granddaddy, may rest in peace, when he used to watch me and my sister was little, he would give us gin and water. And my mama said at one point when she put us, she's like, "Why do you always sleep when I come get him, Daddy?" And she found out he was giving us a little bit of liquor to put us, and she was upset. Okay, and he had to stop doing that. But again, back in the day, it wasn't even you giving the child liquor. Okay, but you would put a little itty bitty bit to, sometimes it's to help soothe the gums when they're teething. However, I feel like this was a more deliberate decision. You know, the mom admitting that she made the bottle and put liquor in it. Child, look, if you know a new mom who may be struggling, you know, just say, "Hey, girl, you need some help." Because it's worse when the child is now dead and now her ass is in prison. But again, I'm like, girl, close your legs. Just don't look. That's why everyone should have a choice to birth their own babies. Oh wait. Now everybody should not be a CNA.
Tonight we told you about a local woman arrested for allegedly twerking in front of patients at a disabled adult care facility. 29-year-old Jocelyn Janice Hart is charged with lewd and lascivious exhibition of an elderly or disabled person and failure to report abuse and neglect of a vulnerable adult. Panama City police say they learned about the incident on January 15th after someone pointed out a video of Hart and 3 other women dancing in a sexually explicit manner.
Now again, first of all, stop doing shit and recording it and putting it on social media. Okay, that's the first mistake. That y'all are trying to either go viral, but you're trying to get attention. You then post stuff on the social medias, and then you get in trouble for it. So it's like, bitch, what are you doing?
Now have a copy of the video in question. One of the women reportedly placed her breasts in the face on the leg of a patient. Police say Hart danced on a sink and then twerked on a table in front of 2 patients. The video appears to bear out what investigators say, that none of the victims seem to be physically able to provide their consent. We don't know if the 3 unidentified women will face any charges or if Hart is still employed at the facility. She was released from the Bay County Jail yesterday on her own recognizance. Last night
Now, bitch, first of all, you can't just put your titties, child. We started with titties, I'm like, your titties. You can't just shake your titties on people. When you are in the capacity of being a CNA, a nurse, or whatever, taking care of old folks, you can't manipulate. I won't say manipulate. You can't take it upon yourself to decide, hey, I'm going to entertain them, and I'm sexually. It's like you can't do that. That's the definition of I did not give my consent for you to put your titties in my face. Now, some people like boobs in their face. They like dances or whatever. That's what it is. But you can't do that to someone who can't say, yes, I want this, or no, I do not. Okay? Now you're arrested. But y'all around here, child, titty shaking and ass shaking on these old people who may not want that. Now, some may enjoy it. I'm not sure. Because they can't tell us. But then I'm like, bitch, get your boot-looking ass off my counter. Okay? Don't be in my kitchen with your shoes on my fucking counter, hoe. Get your feet off my chair. Okay? Keep your feet on the ground. You can't be at work recording shit for social media and think you won't get caught. Okay? So now you're all arrested. Go to jail, go directly to jail. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. Lastly, I'll do this one last. Florida been arrested because he allegedly shot a man after finding out they were dating the same woman. Now, why would you do that?
Wilt Lewis confronted the victim last night about being with his girlfriend. Investigators say Lewis then pulled a gun and fired at the other man, who suffered several gunshot wounds. Unknown to both men, the woman involved was dating both of them. Jaylee Lewis now charged with attempted murder, as I said. The victim hospitalized with minor injury.
Now, this is what's crazy. You should never shoot and not ask questions. Okay? The victim said, I'm going to pick up my girlfriend from McDonald's. Okay? She works there. Okay? Only to find out that she already left. Okay? We later arrived at her house. He saw a gray SUV parked outside. His girlfriend was in the passenger seat. Speaking to the driver, when the victim approached the car, his girlfriend waved, hey, go ahead, go. I'm fucking somebody else now, to stop it, okay? He then went in the house to wait. Now, first of all, if I pull up to your house and you wave me off, girl, what is happening here, okay? Anyway, she said, go ahead on. So he went in the house, okay? The SUV left, came back, okay? As the victim walked toward the car, he was confronted by Lewis, who was the shooter. The unknown black man was shouting obscenities at him. Questioning what the fuck he was doing with his girlfriend, what's going on. Okay, I'm fucking her too. We both fucking her out. What you want me to do? Okay. So he found out, oh, you date me and him? Pow, pow, pow. Now, why would you do that? Now, the victim said, hey, if you want her, you can have it, bro. I don't want none of this shit, bro. Okay. I don't want her titties on me no more, bro. Bro, you can have her, bro. Dude still shot. Okay. Again, you can't be shooting folk because you done found out she fucking you and him. Okay, now don't shoot her either. Don't shoot nobody. But it's never worth shooting someone because she's fucking too. Again, I need folks to stop being dumb, stop being stupid. Anyway, we've been here for an hour. Y'all take a little second, okay? Like the video. And if you have not subscribed, subscribe. Okay, but go ahead, y'all, and dance. Go dance with the menses. And we are back, okay? Let's get into the celebrities bullshit, okay? One, we're gonna say congrats to Steven Spielberg. He has officially become an EGOT status person. That's an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. Okay, I feel I think maybe like 13 EGOTs. How many EGOTs winners are there? There are 21 people. Okay, there are only 21 EGOTs. Again, an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. Jennifer Hudson is one. Viola Davis is one. Audrey Hepburn, child. And now we have to add, I think Whoopi Goldberg is as well, if I'm not mistaken. But congrats to him. Okay, I think you see that I don't think he's not a problematic white man. I think we fully like Steven. Okay, so congrats to him. Crazy thing, child. I did not. First of all, a boxing match happened over the weekend. Okay, and boxer Jarrell Miller wore a toupee. Okay, he wore a toupee in a boxing match, had his whole muffin cap peeled back. Who would wear a damn toupee at the boxing match? Okay, now why would you want to do that? Okay, you know how embarrassing it has to be up there working and your hair just flies off your head because someone punched you in the face. Girl, then he was making fun of himself, okay, after, because he brought up how he had a hair mishap. he washed his hair with some weird stuff and his hair fell out, and so he had to get a toupee. I'm like, first of all, why would you get a toupee for the boxing match? Just go bald. Okay. The glue wasn't shit. Okay. I said, Shy, I would never. That's a main reason why I can't do wigs. Because I'm like, if it's windy outside, I bought that curly wig, whatever, I ain't wore it. Wasted my damn money. Okay. But again, anybody being in a boxing match with a toupee on, it's hilarious to me, okay? But again, he after the fact, he look, at least he didn't like hide from it, because you know it was noticeable, okay? But sir, just go bald. I feel like men, well, people in general, because women, you know, we have bald spots, so women wear wigs, weaves to cover it up. So this, in my opinion, you're a man. And you, if all the middle's gone, go ahead and go bald. You know, shave it on off. Grow a little goatee, a little beard or whatever. But like, let it be. Let it be. Let it go. Okay. But his whole muffin cap got peeled back. Okay. So it was funny to me. Okay. Breaking news. Breaking news. The Kelly Clarkson show. I'm trying to take stuff off at the wall here. The Kelly Clarkson show. Do y'all watch Kelly Clarkson? I don't. But again, after 7 seasons, her show was ending. She wrote, I have girls. I'm not reading all this stuff. I'm not reading all of that. The point is, bitch is coming to an end. Okay. It was not an easy decision. Okay, this is my last season hosting. I'm stepping away from the daily schedule, blah, 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 blah. But again, it's going out there. I think people like her show. I do. So again, after 7 seasons, wait, let's see. It would end following the current season. She would have some guest hosts filling in sometime. Okay. But again, her kid dad died. You know, she has an 11-year-old and 9-year-old. So the kid that died last year, a lot was going on. Okay. So she probably does want to focus on the kids. Let me send a little bit of help for them. But yeah, so goodbye to her show. Also, Sherry Shepherd's show is coming to a close. Okay. Her dad, Mark Mercury, who was the production company. The decision is driven by the evolving daytime television landscape, but does that reflect the strength of the show? I like Sherry's show. You know, it did 4 seasons. It was great. You know, she stepped into Wendy's slot. It was a positive show and whatnot. I think I'm more surprised Sherry's show was ending, because I think more people watch Sherry's show than Jennifer Hudson. Because I don't mean to be mean. Jennifer Hudson is a horrible host of a TV. Whenever I see her interviews, so somebody told me that you like Christmas. You know, I heard from a little bird, you have a child. Someone told me you like hamburgers. You know, I just feel like her questioning comes off remedial. Like, yes, I like Christmas. Who doesn't? Well, I mean, the Grinch. But, you know, that's weird to me. Yeah, well, we love her little spirit tunnel. Child, not, I got to go download all up before they get deleted and go away. So to me, I just wish she would not be like, I heard you have a birthday. Yes, bitch, I was born. Okay. So again, Kenny Clarkson show coming to end. Sherry Shepherd show coming to what shows are look, we got The View be on in the morning, you know. Now we have Jennifer Hudson has a show. I feel like there are not many daytime talk shows anymore. That's where a lot of people go to promote stuff they got going on, you know, TV shows and whatnot. You know, and I hope and pray that with, you know, the ending of some of these shows, you know, y'all better come to us, okay? Come to people watch us, promote with us and whatnot. But yeah, I'm sad that Sherry's show is ending because I didn't watch every day, but I liked it. I felt like Sherry was a funny, relatable person to work with her guests. But I just feel like, oh, I forgot, yeah, Drew Barrymore, who is too touchy-feely, closey is weird to me, girl. Why are you that close to me? Okay. It's weird a little bit, okay. But again, I do feel like the things are changing. It's very scary. Okay, we know that. But there are other avenues to, like, you know, Don Lemon, who was he on CNN or whatever, and got let go, and now he's doing his own thing on YouTube. Now, I also want to say this. If you are a person who was already in that world, it makes sense for you to go to, you know, TikTok, YouTube, Patreon, different streaming sites or streaming things to finish doing what you do. What I don't like is people who are not in this world who want to come to this world to take up the space that we occupy. Okay, if you are a motherfucking singer, bitch, you do not need a goddamn talk show because you want some extra money. Okay, go sing the songs, heifer. But again, we shall see. But I'm sorry to hear that Sherry's show is leaving because then I watched it. You know, again, and also, yeah, I do believe, you know, social media, you know, YouTube, you know, online things have opened up space to where you don't have to be on a network to do stuff. But what aggravates me is the more famous people who come to YouTube, the less people want to watch us regular folk who can't. Like, I can't book celebrities like that. I don't have the access. And yes, you can, like, you can reach out and ask people for interviews, but then they want to get paid for it, child. They want to have the questions. I'm like, I'm not rich. I'm asking questions about the show. That's it. But we shall see what happens. I wonder what, like, will they replace those two shows with other shows? You know what I'm saying? Child, show who you telling. Okay, it's very hard work. You have to really want to do, look, because, you know, my new position at work requires me to be more busy at work, which is why I don't do YouTube as often as I used to, but I'm still not gonna give it up. For me, I'm like, whoever watch me. I'm no longer chasing viewers, subscribers, like that or whatever. I can only do what y'all know I do, and that's it. And those who support me. Okay. However, when you are a big time celebrity who have access to the people, it's easier for you to even get access to people to do shit. So it gets a little bit frustrating when people who have the access to do it don't do it. You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy. So I hope Sherry Shepherd, you know what I'm saying, because she's always been in that world. So, like, it's for her, it would make sense. Kelly Clarkson can go somewhere and chill out. But again, yeah, she is also losing her show. Now I want to scroll. Hold on, guys. It's a lot of child. When I say so much stuff that happened. Oh, Aura Kelly. So y'all, Aura of the Kelly. Now, if y'all are old enough to remember, back in the 90s, okay, was it 93, 94? The tape seen around the world. And what's crazy is back in the 90s, when that SEX tape came out, I remember none of us felt like, oh, we can't watch it. Oh, it's a dirty, like no one thought that then. Now I'm like, we should not have been looking for that goddamn tape. Okay. But the tape he made back in the 90s, in the early 90s, like I think like, child, when was the damn thing? I want to say like 93, 94. However, the young girl, no. It was before the 2000s. Because I feel like I don't think I was in high school. Oh, 2002. I was okay because I know I was out of school. Let me just Google it, child. When did the R. Kelly? This is such a weird thing to Google and ask about. Let's see. Do CNN. So it says, I want to see. The girl seen the multiple shapes from the late 90s. She was 14 at the time. But now, when did the trial happen? Because they're saying the late 90s. Then in 2008, case happened, but I can't see what like date it was. Yeah, maybe like 2001, 2002. I just remember, watching it on. I remember watching it on the VHS, the VCR. I remember no one feeling weirded out to watch it because this is the thing. The tape wasn't just one person. It was him with like 2 or 3 girls. And only one of the girls was the part where folks said, she don't look legal. You know what I'm saying? And that became the thing to figure out. You're watching it to see, well, is she legal? I don't know. And then it was a conversation of, well, we know that's his house because he was on like Cribs or something back in the day. And he had like a log cabin jungle room, and that room was in the video. So, but I recall like everyone at the time, some kind of way getting access to the VHS tape, watching it. But once you watched it, you then felt like, wait a minute, hold up. This ain't something ain't right. Yeah, I don't, you know what I'm saying? And the get you gotcha was because back then there was no social media. There was no social media to be like, hey, y'all heard R. Kelly got arrested. You had to wait for the actual news. I mean, like MTV News, CBS News, ABC. There was no social media to say, hey, I'm here in Detroit, Michigan, you're there in Atlanta, Georgia, they're there in wherever, where people are having a conversation about what happened on this tape. So the tape had happened. He was arrested for it. And I believe the trial did not happen for like 2 or 3 years. And by then, in the meantime, in between time, people forgot about it. You know what I'm saying? People forgot, like, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? He's accused of doing something horrible. I mean, he's denying it. However, but because it wasn't a instant on the news everyday conversation, people forgot. People forgot about it. And they said that's why the trial happened. It was easier to find jurors who found the man innocent because so much had happened in between time. However, my point in bringing all of that up was there was always conversation about who the one girl on the tape was. And it was always rumored that the girl was Sparkle's niece. It was also always alleged that her family was like paid off and all of these things. Well, recently, the girl has come forward. Okay. She, at the time, was 14. She's now a full grown adult woman. And she wrote a book about what happened in her experience. Okay. The one I'm gonna read is from the because in this, so it's in Rolling Stone. And I went to read the article today, but you have to like pay for it. I'm not paying a fucking subscription. So I just did not read it. But I'm gonna read the gist of it from the Jasmine brand. The woman once known only as Jane Doe, and the notorious R. Kelly videotape was probably stepping out the shadows. And her new memoir, Who's Watching Shorty, pulls no punches about the abuse she survived. Now 41, Reshona is Reshona Landfair reveals how she went from a 14-year-old girl featured in an infamous tape to a woman determined to reclaim her name and narrative. For decades, she hid under aliases like Sean for recognition because back then, I feel like she still was so young and was protecting him, and I don't think she wanted her name out there in connection to the whole thing. So her saying that she went by an alias for years kind of makes sense. In the brutally honest memoir, he describes how Kelly groomed her as a child by inserting himself into her family's life, giving gifts, and positioning himself as a father figure, which that's what they do. She let this manipulation and control went far deeper, saying he insisted she call him daddy, and that the experience left her feeling trapped and isolated. She also speaks about the emotional toll of being associated with the scandal. Because again, no one thinks about how, because people liked R. Kelly so much, they made everyone else the villain in the story. When Sparkle said it's my niece, people still try to make her they try to make everyone else the villain and kind of make it seem as if R. Kelly was like, oh, well, it's not his fault. It's like it's his fault too. He's the one committing the acts. Okay. So her saying that she, just being connected to it was emotionally draining all these years. It is one of her life all these years. She said, it's everywhere I go, recounting how the soundtrack of the songs greeted her even at her job. A grim reminder of her past that she had no choice but to confront. Again, it's like no one wants to be reminded of the trauma. But when your trauma is connected to song that every radio plays is always around. You can't escape it. She pulls upon us in writing that Kelly knowingly victimized me as a child and that she became suicidal from the cycle of abuse, control, and shame. Blunt revelation that stripped away decades of public speculation and rumor. Now, this is the question. Will y'all read the book? I feel like, and this, I feel like I am an individual who there is nothing I need to read, to look into, to help me decipher. I always felt like R. Kelly did it. Okay, mainly because I saw the tape. I'm like, he did that shit. He did it, and he was guilty. Now, I don't feel like I ever canceled him. I just was like, yeah, I gotta slide over and not really, like, I didn't buy his music anymore. I wouldn't go to a concert. I didn't watch interviews he did. But I'm like, I've always said he did it. So I don't need to read her memoir. I mean, I still think she should put it out because it's her giving her side. But I don't need to read it because I already know he did it. I've seen it. And I think we forget how much when we are young and impressionable and we have these grown adults who make us feel like, well, no, yes, you're underage, but it's okay. And we want to be grown and fast. And we think, oh, I'm special. We don't think he is a pervert. We think I'm special. And so I feel like she needs to tell her story. Absolutely. But I don't want to read the book only because I feel like I don't need to read it to know what he did. You know what I'm saying? But I think her coming to the realization that he was the predator. Yes, we are young women and men too, whatever, but from speaking from her perspective, we are young women. And when I was 17, like, I dated a 30-year-old, and I thought I'm special. Because why would the grown 30-year-old with his own car, his own house, and bloppy blue, he wants me because I'm special. Now, 17 ain't 14. I get that. But still, 17 and 30 is still two different ages. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be things where we as the younger person thinks we're special. We don't think, oh no, he's some bullshit. Okay. So, I also think, maybe I'll buy the book. I just want to read it. Maybe. The Aaliyah is sometimes a double-edged sword because when Aaliyah was alive, that was never a subject she wanted to address once she was out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of way her family was able to get her away from him. Okay. Fully away from him, cut ties, and got her out of that situation. So I sometimes don't want to attribute him and Aaliyah to him and the other people, but it's still a fact that when Aaliyah was a teenager, they got married. So it's like, there's an absolute history of his behavior, But I hope the people who blame Sparkle, who blame everybody except Aura of the Kelly, I hope they now be like, yeah, it's him. He's goddamn creep. Okay. So again, if y'all do not know, she has a book coming out, a little memoir. Okay. Support. You may not want to read it, but you should buy it. Because I'm not gonna read it. And because for me, I'm like, child, I can only imagine. You know what I'm saying? I can only imagine. So yeah, get the book, child. Russell Wilson. I said, what happened? It was some story came out trying to accuse or say that Russell Wilson, Sierra's husband and QB football player, that he was mentioned in the Epstein files. Okay, because they were accusing him of trying to buy Epstein's jet. And it was saying Wilson wanted to hide his jet deal so that it would not affect his attention talk with the Seahawks. He signed, and he said, hold up, bitch, hold up. Russell said, nah, bitch, not today, Satan. Okay, absolutely not. Okay, he said some random plane broker tried to sell me a plane. I had no idea whose plane and never bought the plane. Never talked nor met that man. Thank God. A lot of stories are being leaked from the Epstein files about everybody else except who we know was associating himself with that man. Okay, trying to say, oh, Russell Wilson wanted the man's jet, bitch. Oh no. And the fact they keep releasing everybody, I said, hold up, because even with Jay-Z stuff, let me scroll. Where is it? Jay-Z and Pusha T named in Epstein's file. And I said, hold up, what? I said, now what is going on here, child? I say, first of all, I say, in Pusha T, the moment I seen the words in a 1996, I said, hold up, bitch. To me, a lot of people like to connect who Jay-Z is today, how powerful he is today, his connections to so many people today, as if he's always had that out. Like back in 96, Jay-Z was not connecting himself to them people. Okay, a victim saying, I was abducted, woke up in a room with Harvey Weinstein and Jay-Z. And they accused Pusha T of being back in the night, girl. It was back in the 90s. And Pusha T was accused of being a handler in 2007. Now, I'm not saying that people ain't scumbags out here. Okay, I'm not saying that. But yeah, people are pulling names from tips because they kept on saying, if you read it, Jay-Z name and also Pusha T name was mentioned in a tip that was called in, not from Epstein's actual files. Okay, and Jay-Z back in 96 was probably still selling drugs. Jay-Z back in 96 was not hanging around with Harvey Weinstein. And I think people have to use their deductive reasoning skills to realize they're distracting you. Okay? They're distracting you. Now, they would have said, hey, in 2020, I would have said, hold up now, bitch. Because he got some connections now, okay? So it's like you have to think about the time frame of even when they said that Drewski was around there with people. I'm like, Drewski wasn't even popping in connection in the game then. So people keep making these allegations against folks that don't make no fucking sense. Jay-Z back in 96 was not someone well connected in nothing. He would never have been sitting around with Harvey Weinstein, let alone in a room with a kidnapped girl. So again, it's bullshit afoot all over. Yeah, y'all. Well, not first of all, I just want to keep scrolling. It's a lot of stuff I gotta go. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Well, oh, girl, rest in peace to Captain O'Hara. Okay, I forgot to say that she passed away. Okay, 3 days ago. So rest in peace to her. I was so upset. Lamont died. Hold on, where Lamont at? Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Rest in peace to Grady Demond Wilson. He died at the age of 39. He played Lamont Sanford. Okay, he died the day after Catherine died. I said, why? I said, child, it's coming in threes. Lord Jesus. Okay. Now hold on, I gotta scroll back down, child. It's so, and I was like, it's just so much stuff I could not even fathom where to start. Child. Billy Porter. Now, Billy Porter doing a performance, I don't remember Mariah Carey, doing Always Be My Baby. Now, he made it a jazzy version of a child. And when I heard someone say he was dressed as a dead Whitney Houston, honoring Mariah Carey, I said, oh God. So I said, was he supposed to do the remix? Now, I also know that sometimes people do take liberties and they rearrange songs and tributes. So I'ma say, child, but folks was teasing him from that. But earlier, he was being interviewed, right? And they asked from Hollywood Unlocked, and they asked him what he thought about Nicki Minaj.
Fuck her. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time.
I'm like, sir, why you get mad at me? I'm doing my job.
And all of them. And all of her. Fuck her. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time.
I'm like, sir, why don't you have to breathe it? Oh, before the Grammys, they had different tributes, different ceremonies, different events around Grammy weekend. So it was still the weekend. It just was not at the Grammys. But child, that I said, oh, first of all, I hope your breath don't stink. Okay. What a fool when he did.
Your voice, you're very vocal on social media. So I absolutely have to ask, and I've been asking a lot of people on the carpet, is it possible to separate music from the artist?
Not for me. You know, I was born in 69, first generation post-civil rights movement. I'm gay. I came out in 1985 when people were dropping dead from AIDS. And we went straight to the front lines to fight for our lives. The only thing I know is to fight. Fight for equality. The only thing I know is that. It's in my DNA. My ancestors died so we can be here. I don't know how to do anything else. And that's what my art is. And art, when you can be activated through one's art.
Your voice, you're very...
Art is healing. Art can heal. Art can reach inside of a human being and change the molecular structure.
Now, what I want to say is, I feel like people Billy Porter is a very talented actor. Okay. And I love him saying, I can't disconnect it. Because if music helps my vibe, it changes my spirit, how can I allow someone who is a nasty, gut ass bitch for me to try to ignore who they are for their song? It can't. It goes together.
Of whatever is in there. I am proudly an activist. I am proudly an outspoken artist for equality and the opposite of whatever's going on right now on this earth. And it's not just America.
There's a lot going on in
everything,
especially
everywhere.
On social media. Speaking of this, we're on this topic because Nicki Minaj has been trending, over her.
Fuck her. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And all of them. Shame. No. The answer is no. And I don't care what that means. I'm out. No. Y'all know what's right. The people want their paper, right? He didn't pardon P. Diddy.
I said, child, it was a fuck. I said, oh Lord, from deep down in your spirit, okay? But I just feel like, what he said was absolutely positively true, okay? Again, I'm skipping through so much stuff because so much stuff happened. First of all, they kept talking about Sha'Carri Richardson. Hold on, where's that? Because she got arrested, right? And the track star, she said, remember the track star? Okay, so she was arrested for speeding. Then we found out her boyfriend, Christian, he was also arrested for resisting arrest and whatnot, okay? So I'm like, oh, so he was there. He was there. Then, well, hold on, because the footage of it came out. Now again, she was pulled over for speeding.
I would wipe that smile off your face. I'm Sergeant McDaniels with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. You're being stopped for dangerous excessive speeding.
I understand my tire at the back is like maybe on 29.
So you're driving at 100. Hold on. You're driving at 104 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone with.
That's not that fast. If the speed limit is 65, I'm going at least 80, if not 90.
Subpar equipment, flashing people to get out of your lights, out of your lane, following too close, using every lane to pass everybody, cutting me off, passing a car on the inside shoulder with their hazard lights on. You're going to jail for dangerous excessive speeding.
Now I'm like, why not give her a ticket? Look, I am all for safety and protecting the people and not allowing dangerous individuals to be out here. But I'm like, if she's not drunk, if she's not belligerently acting crazy or erratically, why would you say, hey, you going to jail? Why am I going to jail? Give me a fucking ticket. So I was upset that from the get-go, he said, hey, arrested.
Sorry, I did not mean to do that. My phone, I didn't even know my car was speeding.
That's why they give you a speedometer.
I totally understand. I communicate with you, sir. I really do not want to go to jail.
Now, first of all, I'm not finna fuss with no cop. Okay? If you come and say, hey, you were speeding, I'm going to arrest you. Okay, fine, let's go. Because as soon as you arrest me, I can call my people to get out and go, I gotta go. Okay? I'm not finna jaw jack you to death.
Most people don't, but you got to think about that before you do the speed. I need your license, your registration, and your insurance. You were speeding.
So I was, and I totally didn't know. If you look at my phone, my buttons right here, they jump around. My phone is sitting here and it's slid on here. I literally see it's not even in normal mode, and I see that. My apologies.
Now I'm like, is she in a car? She don't fully know how to operate. Girl, get your little Volvo. Okay, stop getting these fast ass cars that you can't control.
Please,
The mode has nothing to do with your gas pedal.
No,
I need your license, your registration, and your insurance.
I really want to work for you. Really work with me, sir. I promise you, I am a law-abiding citizen. I have my ID, my insurance on my phone. There was no intention of me speeding today. I promise you, sir.
Because again, she was speeding. Okay, she was speeding. She didn't hit anybody. She was driving fucking fast. Okay, I don't think anyone should be arrested for speeding. Oh, if they're over a certain amount of miles, it may be an arrest. Maybe so. But I feel like anyone speeding, again, as long as they're not drunk, under any influence of any drugs or alcohol, they're not being crazy, belligerent or whatever. If they say, hey, you're driving too fucking slow down.
Is this a good address for you, Lake Valley Drive?
Yes, sir. I'm here. I'm local, sir. Please work with me. I promise you.
I don't know what work with you means.
Not work with me. I understand that. I will take the ticket. I will show you.
No, like I told you, you're going to jail.
Please don't allow me to go in. Please, sir. Please.
Listen to me.
Please, sir. I really.
If nothing you say is going to change that. You are going to jail.
Sir, am I going to jail, Jay?
Yes.
Sir.
Then come get me. Okay? Come get me. Take me to jail. My thing is, I'm not having any kind of conversation. That is very true. But why? Is it because is it because he was going on over 100? Is that an automatic? Is that a thing? I need to know that because I think the fastest I've driven, I did drive 100 from Detroit to Flint in like an hour one time. But I'm like, I don't want to.
I really was not even intentionally speeding.
That's even more scary. That means that you're doing things unintentionally on a task that requires all your attention.
Sir, please, I'm begging you.
You are going to have a little bit of time to make some phone calls. You are going to jail. I am towing your car.
Please, sir, don't take me to jail. I will do everything.
No.
I will do everything.
You have two.
I'm not I'm not begging nobody for nothing. Okay. Once you tell me I'm going to jail, okay, cool. Let's go. Hey, I'm getting arrested. I'm on the freeway. Come around here, get my car before they told me, and come get me out of jail. Okay, so that's the thing. I'm not right. I'm not. You please. I'm not begging that man for nothing because to me he's like, no, you're going to jail. Okay, fine. Okay. I gotta go. Okay. She's a fast runner. Okay. Let's say she has a sudden blowout. Oh, I mean, I guess so. In VA 20, really 20 overs, I would go to jail daily. I rarely drive under 80 on the freeway. I might do like 60 down the streets here, but that's the most. Okay. When you walk up the car and say, get to wipe that smile off. First of all, I can smile if I want to, bitch. You know, but I'm like, no, I don't want to talk.
I'm tired. Every time, please.
Listen, you have two options.
Please, sir.
The first option is you can either ride with me in my car.
Damn, that's loud.
The second option is you are going to go to jail in a cage car.
No,
Which do you prefer?
I promise you, I don't want to go to jail. I'm right here. I have a team here. I have a coach, everything, sir. I was not intentionally doing anything, and I am.
You're not listening. You're repeating yourself and not listening. Nothing you say is going to change.
So I want to.
All right, so make some phone calls. Let people know that you're going to have a $500 bond.
Fat girl, you don't take that fucking jail ride, pay the $500 and let it be done. Okay, so she did go to jail. Okay, where the mug shot? I saw it somewhere. She did go to jail. She looked nice though, nice little braids and stuff. But she got out. Again, you up there begging that man and for no fucking reason. For no fucking reason. And then again, they did not mention her boyfriend Christian was also arrested the same fucking time. Christian was arrested in Florida Thursday on drug paraphernalia and resisting charges after he approached a traffic stop involved. So again, the police here. And he on the way. Okay, get here as soon as you can, sir. He pulled up. Okay, so now he involved and now he got arrested. Okay. Again, he won 104 and a 60. That is fast. But now you know, like y'all both in jail, girl. As long as they wasn't high, I guess it's not a big deal. But he run, she run. Okay, but what was it? Was it crack? Hopefully, it was just a little weed. I'm trying to see if they what the drug was. Little weed pen and whatnot. That's really all, and we don't like it. Child, this is what took me on a break. Okay, woke up and I said, "Bitch, who the fuck arrested Don Lemon?" I said, "The gay black rich journalist Don." I said, "Girl." All because of that punk ass church protest he covered. They arrested Don Lemon. Hold on. They arrested these names, child. I can't pronounce them right. Georgia Fort activist is a Traherne Cruz. And then Jamal Lundy. Traherne got me caught up. Okay. But again, 4 black people up here arrested for covering protests and shit. Actual journalists out here arrested. Now, the lady went live when they came to her door.
Okay. Well, this is really scary. There's kids in the house. You guys have not been really friendly in the community. And to me, this seems a little, can I finish, sir? Can I finish? Can I finish?
Get your phone.
This seems a little bit aggressive to have all these cars in our cul-de-sac, 2, 3 agents, and now I saw the one disappear to the back. So to me, this is a little aggressive to just serve a warrant. Slide the warrant. Let me see the warrant.
You guys, I wanted to alert the public that agents are at my door right now. They're saying that they were able to go before a grand jury sometime, I guess, in the last 24 hours, and that they have a warrant for my arrest. I've talked to my attorney and I'm being advised to go with them, I guess, down to Whipple.
Because you don't want to be then charged with like resisting arrest or whatever. So again, all 4 who were arrested have now been released. Okay. But still, I'm like, what the f is going on? And I said, I can't deal with people around here. I said, girl, and then Don.
I want to thank everybody for their support. It truly means the world.
Fresh out of jail.
To me, I had no idea what's going on because obviously I haven't seen anything. I have spent my entire career covering the news. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever.
Don was in, I think, LA covering the fucking Grammys and was arrested at night. Like I think the day before the Grammys.
Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I'd been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court. Thank you all.
Child, Don husband said, "Ho, stop playing with my man." Okay, come on, let's go, babe. Don husband said, "I don't want to play with y'all. Don't play with me." Now, it's very aggravating because I can't. Again, all of them got out. Okay, they all got out. But the fact that they even got arrested for covering shit going on is what aggravated my spirit. And that's why on Wednesday, I was like, yeah, I can't adult. I can't adult. It drives me crazy. I don't want to do it anymore. Also, what else had happened that day? Hold on. Oh, Javante Davis, who was the child abuser, he was arrested. Okay, he was released on $85 bond. He can't have any contact with the lady he beat up and snatched up or whatever. Javante Davis is a dangerous individual because I feel like he does shit thinking no one can see it. Okay, when you physically abuse, harass, or whatever, okay, people need to know you round here on bullshit. Okay, and I feel like because I saw him snatch up that one girl at the boxing match and whatnot, from that I say he's an abuser. I don't like it. And there's a difference between people who may got mad one time and in the heat of the moment, someone swung on them and they swung back and that's it. There's a difference between having a argument, altercation of a swing and a reaction versus someone who is actively an abusive individual to women in their orbit. Okay. So yeah, he's arrested. He's out now. But again, send his ass to jail. We did Sha'Carri and them. We're gonna cuss out the people. Okay, child, I feel like there's so much to get into. Oh my God, oh my God, y'all. I haven't even gotten to my thumbnail stuff. Let me touch on Cam Newton. Let me find Cam's old tackhead ass who gets on my nerves. While I don't see Cam Newton as a dangerous, physically aggressive individual, I see Cam Newton as an emotionally toxic, debilitating, leech asshole. I see him as someone who wants to mind fuck you into submission. And I don't like him.
Any platonic relationships in your life right now? With a woman? Yeah. No. Is that by choice? I'm not about to be around no woman platonically.
What is platonic? Not platonically. Now, as a person who I have self-diagnosed myself with a speech impediment, okay? Because I know I get tongue twisted a lot. So sometimes, if y'all don't notice, I will intentionally pronounce a word very in a long way or very slowly to pronounce it right. Sir, what the fuck is platonic? Okay.
Listen, we gotta unpack this, Cam. Why? Because I'm not about to play them type of games. Is it self-control? Call it what you want. I'm asking. Call it. It may be self-control. I'm asking. If she fine, I'm not about to have her around playing like I don't think that she's attractive.
So you can't befriend someone attractive. So if you have any female friends in your life, that mean they ugly?
Is it possible to think someone's attractive and still behave yourself? Yes. Do you have control of them thoughts? Yes. But I'm not about to play them games. What game is it? The game of saying, hey, we not about to be friends. I don't have good-looking women that's friends around me.
Not all your friends are ugly.
So no, just all the. Do you have any ugly ones? I gotta ask. I don't even have women friends, bro. Respectfully. Wow. I don't. And I understand you saying you're not finna play this game, but Cam, you're smart. You have any platonic relationship? I'm gonna need you to go deeper than that. Yeah, we're gonna. I know me.
And this is, I told you before, I never watch his stuff. I really only see clips on the social media. Okay. Yes, I am self-diagnosed. Yeah. Can y'all see me? I hope so. But Cam Newton is a troll in every sense of the word.
You know you, okay?
I know me.
And what that mean?
That means if I'm around a woman long enough, I'm going to find something good in her that attracts me.
And you can't not want to fuck her. So while Cam might not be a physically aggressive predator that's going to beat you up, he will try to fuck you if he thinks he wants you. He wants you. Because who says, if I'm around a woman, I'm going to find something in her I like, and I'm going to fuck.
Okay, and when you're attractive, what then happens? When you're attracted, what then happens?
Sex.
Oh, God damn, Cam. Cam, this is a bigger issue than I thought we had.
So understanding that I know what's to come from a platonic situation, I don't even.
What the fuck is platonic? It's platonic. Even I can pronounce that.
Even play. No, I don't do that. Baby, you too fine for me. We're not doing that.
Interesting.
No.
And first of all, are y'all whole hanging out in bedrooms? Where are you hanging out with your female friends so much that being around, well, first of all, my point is, you can have female friends who are attractive, but you don't want to fuck them because they are just your female friend. They're just a platonic friend. Now, you may also have friends who you are attracted to, who you want to fuck, but you should not say, well, I'm just not going to befriend women because if I like them, I'm going to want to fuck them. That means you have no dick control. Okay? And if you admit you have, first of all, you should not fuck anyone you don't want to fuck just because you have access to fuck them. Okay? Just because you have access to fuck someone does not mean you should fuck them unless you want to fuck them and they want to fuck you. So you feeling like, well, now I gotta fuck her. You don't have to fuck her. You don't have to. You can leave it at just friendship. You can then say, hey, no, I want to keep this as just friends, nothing else. The only time sex comes into play is when you have a flirtatious friendship. Okay, you're sharing shit that's sexual. That's different. That's when you playing them games. But a truly platonic friendship, there are no flirtation fucking vibes. And him feeling like, well, now I like her and now I want to fuck her. And then because you want to fuck her and maybe she don't want to fuck you, now she is the villain in your story.
No. So, okay. If I take the word friendship off of the table, do you have platonic relationships in your life that involve women? I just told you, I don't have no attractive woman that I'm cool with that I do not have plans on stabbing. Dang, I'm gonna need you to go deep.
So Ashley Nicole Moss, who he co-hosts a show with, the 106 and Sports show, they're not friends. Or she's ugly. And that's what makes it awkward even being around someone like him. Because inadvertently, he's calling you an ugly bitch you don't want to fuck. And y'all not friends. So yeah, any woman, any lady, any female being in his life who considers themselves to be his friend, I would say, well, we can't be friends. Because when you told a man, you don't have no pretty friends, and now I'm ugly. Or you want to fuck me and I don't know yet. And now I don't feel safe. So I hate, it aggravates me that he's such a flawed individual in his thinking to relegate women to you're either attractive enough for me to want to fuck you, or as he said, stab you, or you're ugly enough to where I don't want to fuck you and we're not even friends. So Cam Newton is an asshole of epic proportions, okay? Now, one other asshole thing. Now, look, I was on TikTok and I saw that is Lala Anthony and that is Martell Holt. And y'all know Martell was on Love and Marriage Huntsville. You know, Lala Anthony is a VJ, an actress. She was married to Carmelo Anthony or whatever. You know, her and Carmelo broke up because of his cheating, him having a baby on her. Lala and Carmelo had a very public but also private divorce breakup situation because Carmelo cheated and had a baby on her. And Lala has partnered with Stormy, who was also on Love and Marriage Huntsville. As y'all know, Martell Holt was married to Melody Holt. He cheated on Mel, had a baby on Mel, completely embarrassed, and it was a whole crazy thing. And while Stormy is promoting her brand, where she's partnered with Lala, I was like, now why in the fuck would Stormy want Martell there to help promote shit? And I felt in my bones. Hold on, YouTube is playing your screen. It's black. I put the 5 times. Is anybody else having issues seeing me? Because I have it up on my cell phone. It's not an issue. I think him maybe sleep now because he has work in the morning, so I can't ask him right now. But is anyone else having issues seeing me? I want to be sure before I. Okay, so Sweet Key, I think it may just be your situation. Oh, I just seen this. I just seen a text. My phone didn't even beat. Okay, yeah. So Sweet Key, that's you. That's you, not me. Okay, so everybody else, is fine because I keep it up on my phone to be sure I'm not having any issues, and I don't see any issues. And if I would have had some, him would have at least called and said something. So yeah, I think he's asleep right now. So yeah, so you have to. I'm not sure. Not sure. Everybody else is having a good time. But for Lala and them, it was weird to me that Stormy, and I'm not saying that Stormy owes Mel any loyalty, but I feel like as a businesswoman, why would you connect your brand to a lying, cheating, manipulative man and then have him talking to and being interviewed with a woman who went through the same thing with her goddamn husband? Okay. So there was a bit chop. Hold on, listen.
Did say that I want to learn how to cook more. I do think it's important, and I don't think it's important just from like getting a man standpoint. I think it's important to just like know how to cook.
Even being around there, having conversations about being a good man, being a good woman, all that stuff. I'm like, bitch, now why is anyone having this conversation with Martell Hope? And again, because we know of Lala's history and how hard she said it was for her to, end her marriage because Carmelo cheated and had a baby. Why you can put her in the same room with someone who did that to his wife and then have a conversation about being a good husband? Bitch, what?
Well, I'll tell you what, we know you guys can get a man. The thing is keeping a man.
So
it's about keeping a man.
So you have to cook.
You have to show certain things that a man that a man is attracted to.
Okay.
Not just how beautiful you are.
Okay.
He needs to be attracted to like your cooking. He might want to see you clean a little bit just here and there. You know what I'm saying?
See, now you went from okay. All right. So
you're from New York. I'm from Alabama. I'm Southern state.
Okay.
Not cook clean and be my penis pleaser. Also, don't have me working with someone as flawed as he is without me knowing he's a fucked up individual. It's like, don't hook me up on a date with a murderer and not tell me he's a murderer. I should know he want to kill people.
So explain that to me, Martell. So the woman, we went from has to deserve your love, has to cook at least 2 times a week.
She putting words in my mouth.
But you said 2 times a week, and now clean every once in a while.
Now I feel that a woman should do certain things to really express or show her love toward her man.
Okay.
Because again, a man.
I did say that I want to.
Us coming in taking care of you guys, that's already like showing that I love you.
Okay. Okay.
Because we know that a man's really gonna pay most of the bills.
Okay.
He's taking the trash out. Anything goes wrong, he's gonna do it. He go put gas in your car. Okay. He's gonna make sure your car's clean. He's gonna do all those manly things.
But will he not cheat on me and fuck somebody and make a whole new baby? So again, it's I would not even buy Stormy's product because why is Martell here talking when I know what he did? And I'm like, maybe Lala did not watch Love and Rich Huntsville because I think Lala was on somewhere. Lala said how she was scrolling TikTok and saw Stormy's products and reached out to Stormy. So I don't think she's aware of Martell's past. It's present, okay? Shit has happened. So I'm thinking Lala does not know who he is and what has happened. I blame Stormy. Why put this with your brand? That's like me. I'm gonna come on YouTube and I'm gonna, Nicki Minaj, bitch. What? No.
Okay.
You get a flat tire, I'm gonna come fix it.
Okay.
And if I can't, I'm gonna get the wrecker over there to tow it or whatever. But I'm doing all that. So, from a woman's perspective, how are you gonna show up for your man?
But will you not cheat on me and get someone else pregnant and keep cheating on me to where I have to divorce you because you won't stop cheating? I'm like, bitch, what is that? And then to ask Lala, well, I do this. What will you bring? Bitch, not a baby. Not a mistress.
Got it. And
question.
Oh, that's a question.
How are you going to show up? All those things I just named, that's me.
Okay.
You're also a cheater, a liar, a manipulator. Okay, you're broke.
I'm going to show up. I am a caretaker. I take care of the person that I'm with.
Like how though? Because it almost like I got a child. I'm a grown man, right?
I am a nurturer. I will make sure you have everything that you need. I will make sure you're supported. I will make sure you're loved.
Us coming in.
I'm not even having to explain, girl.
And I will make sure that you feel it. And I think that cooking is not my strong point. So I can show that in other ways.
Okay.
Cleaning, fine. I think I actually enjoy cleaning to like clear my mind and
Yeah,
make me
very
feel
relaxing.
organized and a safe space and good. So I'm good with that.
Okay.
It's just the cooking thing.
Yeah.
Like I just got.
You never thought about taking classes or anything like that?
I'm so busy that it was never like at the
Okay.
top of my list, but I hear it come up so much that I'm loved, and I will make sure that
So all over social media, when folks are live, they was like, "What the fuck is going on? I can't believe this." They were commenting on the live on the Canvas Beauty brand. And my thing is this: when you are a brand, you have to think about optics. And again, Stormy fully knows what it was on the same show. So you know what Martell did. You know all of the antics. You know how bad cold thought is. You know how damaging that whole thing was to their marriage before. Why the fuck would you bring Martell on here? And why are they having conversations about relationships? So to me, I felt like Storm is a messy ass bitch for this. Now I know she has a new show on the Alabama version of Bell Collective, and I'm like, are y'all trying to be messy? Because you could have had Marceau. You could have had any other man that you know to come on here to sell. But first of all, Martell don't even be on social media. He has no social media presence. He ain't gonna sell shit. You brought someone on here who's a messy motherfucker who cheated on his wife, who had a baby with a mistress that he was for 5 years. And then even after his wife found out and exposed all the shit, he then dragged the shit through the mud for years. He's a horrible, womanizing individual. And I'm like, Stormy, why would you ever have that man be a part of your brand? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Now, Lala is a brand. She is a star. She's famous. She's an actress. All this. I get her partnering with Lala, but I'm like, Lala, you know who he is? Because in my eyes, if you do have any inkling of who he is, why the fuck are you even entertaining this conversation? Aggravated my spirit. Okay? I'm like, you have to be, and again, Stormy does not owe Mel any loyalty. And for me, this has everything to do with Stormy's brand. I would never want to connect Martell Holt with my brand. I would never want him out here promoting my products. He couldn't even help Cold Star sell the fucking clothes. So I wonder if once the backlash came in, it was on TikTok, a bit on Twitter. I wonder if Lala said, Stormy, who the fuck is Martell? And if once she found out all the shit that he's done, and she felt like, why the fuck would you have him out here with me when you know how he is? Lauren LaRosa said that sources told her, we discussed this a few minutes ago. Sources told Lauren LaRosa, who does the news on the Breakfast Club, that Jennifer Hudson's show is next for cancellation. And this is gonna sound mean. It should be canceled. Okay. But again, we talked earlier about Kelly Clarkson and Sherry Shepherd. We said then, what about Jennifer Hudson? They're allegedly, her show is next to be canceled. Okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. Y'all, I feel like I'm talking too damn much. When we did Martell, we did Cam. Oh, Jamal. Hold on, Jamal Bryant. Now, first of all, I did not become a fan of Jamal Bryant really until he got with his current wife. Because I feel like once Jamal Bryant got with and married Carrie, just to me, he became more relatable as a regular person. I find him humorous. Okay. Now, I'm not ignoring the way he treated Giselle during their marriage. He was a horrible husband back then. But again, if he don't live there no more, what can I do? Jamal was and Carrie were they were wrapping up church. And as he was walking through, he was putting people on blast. I said, now put people on blast, child.
Now unto him who's absolutely able to do anything but fail. May God make you sleepless. Come here.
May God make you sleepless. Now who sleep?
Zoom in right here. Now unto
child being caught in church, fully asleep. Okay, being caught. God said, girl, get a little nap in. The fact that no one woke her up saying, hey, pastor coming, girl, get up and come pastor. Okay, and he called her on camera, bitch.
him who will make you sleepless until you help somebody. Make you restless until you help yourself. Oh, come on. Come on. Now, y'all know it is not this cold. Back up. It is not this cold.
Child, isn't that cold in Atlanta with fur coats and all that?
Out here. It is not this cold. You shouldn't even have this in Atlanta. Look at how you do. It is not this cold. All right, we gone. What's the benediction? Oh, rest, rule, and abide with thee. Oh, I got another one. Look at Matthew Hinton. North Pole. It's Black History Month. And another one. Look at this. Let me look at you right here. Those of y'all that have not been tithing and you wearing fur coats, God ain't gonna bless you. Repent. Do better. Love y'all. See you on Tuesday night.
I can enjoy a pastor who, again, preaches the word in his way that he sees fit, but also is able to have a little bit of jokey joke or whatever, little laugh. Okay, I love it. I do not. I'm not going to a church. I'm not doing none of that. Okay, but I can find a good laugh in it. And Jamal said, "Bitch, whoever." Well, he didn't say bitch, but Jamal said, "Whoever ain't tithing, okay, but you're out in fur coats, God ain't pleased. Okay, put on a regular coat." I said, "Girl, what is happening here? What's next? I want to be done quickly. Okay. Let's do Drew. Let's go to the girls. I start with Kenya. So these are like quickies. Okay, we're gonna shoot through them. Someone posted that Kenya was going through bankruptcy, so that she filed for bankruptcy after having a $2.7 million debt related to her failed business. And Kenya said, "Bitch, fake news." Okay, I don't even know what site this is. Anything even clicks them views, bitch. It ain't me, it's them. I'm not going through bankruptcy. So, again, I still don't fully understand why people want Kenya to be struggling. Is weird to me. It's very weird to me how people like praying for a downfall. Okay, weird. I might stop it. But she said, "Ho, ain't no bankruptcy." But even if she was to file for bankruptcy, I think people need to stop the stigma of, "Oh, you're a failure." It's like, no, bitch, it's a reset. Okay, so if Kenya needs to reset, let her reset. But she said, "I ain't reset. Leave me alone." Nene and them. Well, no, let's do fake. We know where they at. Hold on. What's the girl name? Quad. Quad, who was on Married to Medicine. Quad was dating that man King. Okay, and I always felt like King and Quad's relationship always felt transactional to me. Do I think they were like dating? Yeah, I do think it was a real relationship, but I feel like this was a contracted one. Okay, we're gonna date for a little bit of time. We're gonna have some good sex. Okay, we're going to look like a great couple. I'm gonna call you King and all that or whatever. But to me, King never came off like he really wanted to be with Quad forever. It came off like I'm here for the show, not like he was using her to be on TV, but like he knew I'm here to be your co-star. I like you a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But still. So people were questioning them. And someone said, I don't think they're together anymore. And King said, I can confirm I left that. I said, you're not that. I can confirm I left that situation. Someone else said, just too handsome. Quad is a lucky woman. And he said, luck ran out. So again, girl, I'm not surprised. And Quad is a smart woman, which makes me believe Quad knowingly got with him and said, hey, it's for the show. We can date on the show. And then once we break up, I can be going through a breakup on the show. And it gets me another season. Okay. So again, King said, we ain't together. So then Quad, what Quad at, y'all? I thought I had it around somewhere. I thought I had Quads. Because Quad then talked to, I must have deleted it by mistake. Quad then talked to TMZ. And Quad confirmed they did break up and whatnot. Now, Heavenly and Carlos, right here. Quad said, King and I mutually decided to bring our relationship to a close in 2025. Quad tells us, while our time together encompassed many meaningful moments, that chapter of my life has now concluded. I wish him well. In 2026, I am focused on moving forward with clarity and purpose. Thank you for your support. Quad was around there dating that man who said he did not want to move in her house. Quad bought a house. He said, I would never move into a woman's house. Then why are we dating? Because I'm not giving up my house. You ain't giving up yours. But because Quad wanted them to live together. Now, because look, I don't want to live me and my man, we can have our own space. I have my issue, you have yours, and we've been nice. I don't need to live with it because I have to be clothes, shoot. Okay. So some folk don't want to live together, but Quad did. Once I heard that man say he did not want to move in her house, as if we would never be together, but she wanted that. You know what I'm saying? I said, I don't trust it. And then them dating and them going to Ghana for her to get IVF. I'm like, bitch, why not get IVF here? Who the fuck travels to Ghana for IVF to a man she's not married to? They don't live together. That is stupid. That is dumb. Okay. So weird to me. However, Heavenly was on here with Carlos King, child, and had some stuff to say.
And I love my friend, but I will speak on it today because it's over with. We've been new. Like, they've been broken up for months, Carlos. They have been broken up for months. I just think that Quad is a classy lady, the way that she ended it, the way that she left that statement. I think that she's a stand-up girl, and I think that's how it should have happened. They're not married. And to me, for a man to come up under the comments, to me, you're attention seeking. Meaning that that's not the way you do things. And I know for a fact he was trying to get back with Quad just not too terribly long ago. So my thing is this. I'm not going to try to give it too much because it looks like he's trying to get attention, but I don't agree with anything he's doing. I don't like the way he's doing it. And to me, for me, I have to look back at the beginning. Why was he there for the fame? And you know, if people are there for the fame and they get a little bit of it, they can't handle it, you know? And I know for Per Quad that he's still trying to hang out with people from the show. He's trying to hang out with, you know, Yandy's husband and stuff like that. The people that he don't even know, he wouldn't know because of Quad. Go back to where he was before, let her go back to her life, and then they move forward purposely and in goodwill. My whole thing is, God is my friend, move forward purposely and in goodwill. My whole thing is, yes, they have broken up. Yes, I've been knowing for months, but yes, I think that he handled that all wrong. And I think that he definitely wants to get back with her and he definitely wants attention. So we're not going to give him much of it. Move forward purposely.
Anyway, that's Quad. She's single now. I also feel like, child, sometimes the best thing is to move on. Okay, let it be, bitch. Drew and Ralph's divorce is coming to a close eventually. Drew and Ralph have been divorced for like 3 years at this point in time. They were in the same house still. Ralph was living in the basement. Ralph wanted, I think, full custody of the kids. Ralph wanted alimony or whatever. The court said, bitch, stop. Okay, the courts have now ordered them to sell that house. Okay, y'all been living there together. No, sell it. Okay, sell the house, split the proceeds. Okay, so no more living in the basement, Ralph. Okay. Also, the judge shut down him attempting to get alimony. The judge said, girl, shut up. Okay. And I mean, girl, by Ralph. Girl, be quiet. The judge said, you make enough money to support yourself. Okay. You are not starving for money. So if you weren't making any money, you make nice money. You don't need any of hers. Okay. So no. Also, hold on. For the kids, you know, he wanted full custody of the kids because he wanted child support. The judge gave them joint custody of the kids. And I think that's about it. I'm happy because Ralph really tried to stick it to her. Again, he did not want to leave the house. He wanted alimony. He wanted full custody of the kids for child supports. And I'm happy he got none of it. So, and I always feel if you're married, you buy a house together. To me, I always feel like the husband should leave. If the mom is there with the kids, I always feel like the mom should stay in the house. If anyone does, if the mom can't stay in the house, I think they should always sell the house and then both, you know, get their own separate houses. But I never feel like, yeah, the mom should leave with the kids. Okay. Now it's different if Ralph bought the house his own by himself and Drew moved in. You know what I'm saying? But y'all bought the house as a married couple. Okay, so Ralph choosing for years to live in a fucking basement to me shows he's a ass bitch. Anyway, separate from that, Drew was being shady. Yeah. Drew went to Kelly's restaurant and said this.
I am so confused because I did not get the memo. My kids wanted chicken and waffles, so I came to support my girl. I get here and it is a lockbox on the door.
Not a lockbox. Girl, you locked out? It's closed?
No one is here. No one's answering the phones. There is no one inside. Did anybody know about this? Because I didn't. I'm just trying to get my kids some chicken and waffles. And we were just at the grand opening a few months ago, so I'm confused. Yeah, okay, somebody help me out. I guess I gotta go to Waffle House.
Not Waffle House. So Kelly saw that. Hold on. Kelly then said, drowning Drew, thank you for the drive-by. While that location is being relocated, our McDonough restaurant is open. Yes, the same one will be filmed. And I personally made sure you and your family ate for free. You know, left fed for free. First of all, if you filmed at the place, okay, of course I'm eating for free, bitch. It's an event for your place. I didn't come on a regular day and got free food. Okay. I get it, you're scrambling for a storyline. We know you gave nothing off season. Unfortunately, I'm not available. I actually have real life things going on. Yeah, their husband, child support, them arrest, and all that those things. I get it. Well, no. So continue with the low budget movies. No, not low budget movies. Low budget movies, unpaid promo tours, and imaginary business ventures. If you ever plan on opening up an actual business, let me know. I'll consider supporting in real life. Until then, keep my name out that dry mouth of yours. Maybe you can get a man that actually claims you. P.S. This is weird. This is the weird shit that Drew does. And wait, this is the weird shit Drew does. And call me next time, boo. Well, first of all, Drew has been in a lot of movies. And, the Tubi movies, though, I would not call Drew's movies low budget. Drew was a paid actress. So I'm like, that was a stretch. You know what I'm saying? Drew was a good actress. That new movie she did called Twins, I heard it was really, really good. That's on Tubi. But a lot of I don't watch Tubi, but people like Tubi. I just don't watch it. So when Drew seen what she said, Drew's like, oh, hold on, bitch, hold on. Sorry, I was resurfacing for air. I must have missed something while I was drowning. Low budget films. Interesting, like considering Twin, which is number 5 on variety charts. So help me know why exactly I will be getting fully glam and showing up anywhere for free. I have multiple business adventures, wins, lessons, and everything in between. That's life, right? And I feel like Kelly, you and your husband, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't throw darts at Drew when you're going through shit with your ex-husband as well. So I feel like, Drew saying, hey, I life lessons, the wins, losses, and all that shit. I don't have a man. I'm not looking for one and won't be until my divorce is finalized. But I wish you the best, you little spiky chihuahua. I said, kind of a spiky chihuahua. I need you folk to leave Drew alone. Because she be tagging y'all, okay?
Thing about our sister.
But yeah, am I looking forward to Drew fussing with Kelly on the show this season? No. But I'm gonna watch anyway. Where is hold on. I got like 10 more minutes. I did Drew for the new Karen. I did King and did Quad. And Nicki's last. Okay, I just want to be sure of what's going on because I have like so much stuff going on. There's Nene and so wait. I watched the interview that Karen did with Andy. And Karen's out of prison now. She had a 1-hour interview with Andy Cohen where she admitted to being on doing some pill popping to drinking, and the drinking paired with the pill popping is why she was caught, very, very drunk in an accident last year? It may have happened in 2024, I think. I can't remember. Or accident. And Karen still has some stuff to get to. I feel like Karen not being able to fully say she does have an issue drinking. Like, I think there are two different ways to look at, alcoholism and being an alcoholic. When Karen said, I don't get up every day looking for a drink. I think people who are alcoholics and they require liquor, beer, or whatever daily to function, that's not the only form of an alcoholic. People who, in my opinion, who suffer from alcoholism are people who can't control their liquor. They may not drink every day, but when they drink, they do things they should not do. They drink too much when they do drink, and they don't want to admit they have a problem. So you have people who drink excessively daily and require liquor to function. But you also have folks who don't require liquor to function, but when they drink excessively. They make dumb decisions because they suffer from alcoholism. So Karen, to me, suffers from alcoholism to where she can't rationally make good decisions when she's drinking. She may not need liquor to function. She may not be that type of person who suffers from alcoholism, but she absolutely has a problem with liquor because I have never drank and say, you know what, I'm a drive. I know I'm drunk, but I'm a drive. Well, no, that one time, that was the last time I got drunk. I had left work, went to the bar with my friends, and was drinking and drinking and drinking. Had not ate and was drunk and drove home. But I fully knew I was drunk. I called my mom and drove home on the phone, fully aware I have to be aware. And that was the first and last time. I didn't crash or nothing, but again, I was like, I can't, that's when I don't really drink like that, whatever. But again, there is a full difference in it. You know what I'm saying? And Karen, to me, absolutely suffers from alcoholism because she's had 2 or 3 DUIs. She was complete, and even drinking and taking pills. Bitch, what? Girl, if I take an aspirin, if I take a Tylenol, I can't imagine having a drink too. Because I don't want the effect to fuck me over. You know what I'm saying? So Karen, she absolutely has an issue. And even her saying she prefers NA over AA. You need them both. You know, she then did not want to say which pill she was taking because she didn't want to get sued. I'm like, why? Because when you taking pills from doctors you weren't supposed to? Girl, I don't know. My point is Karen has a way to go to fully be in her recovery. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely think Karen is going to drink again. Now, she may not drink and drive again. Okay? And if Karen wants to still drink but not drive, I don't care. I don't care. I think if you want to drink at home, fine, but you can't be drinking and driving on a regular. It almost kills some fucking body, and that's what Karen has been doing. Because you can't tell me that Karen has not been drunk before. Okay. And drove somewhere. Now, there are many people who can drink, have 1 or 2 drinks, whatever, and they're fine to drive. You have some people whose liquor tolerance is so high, them having 1 or 2 drinks does not impair them. Cool. But you have others who, once you're drunk, your ass need a driver. Okay? Period. If I go to a restaurant, if I'm driving, I don't drink. Because I'm like, the most I'll have, I'm allowed 1 drink if I'm at a restaurant. Not, if I have more than 1, I have to sit there, drink some water to make sure I'm not inebriated. I'm conscious of being sure if I'm driving, I'm safely driving. So Karen, I know at that point, Karen was maybe a week out of jail. Maybe now she's a bit more clear and a bit less defensive on labeling herself an alcoholic. I hope now she will say, you know what, no, I do have an issue with that. When she said her kids felt 20 years ago when she got her first DUI that she had an issue, because you do, Karen. You do. And again, it's you 60 years old, your first time in jail, you're out of jail, it's the whole public thing, it's the whole video of the whole thing or whatever. You You know, it's a lot to take in. You know what I'm saying? You know, Karen said that she didn't watch the body cam stuff until, you know, after after the fact. She didn't watch the body cam footage where her lawyers were telling her, girl, take a plea. The footage is gonna fuck you over. And I don't want I like her saying I was still popping pills and drinking. I was still under the influence of drugs and alcohol. I wasn't thinking clearly. I still felt like I'm untouchable. So yeah, she admitted that part of it. But again, girl, the fuck, okay? So I agree. Even I felt like she's only been out a week. Why do the interview? I felt like they should have done the interview a week or two before the reunion was recorded, and it could have still aired at the end of the season. But I felt like doing the interview a week out of jail was a bit too soon. Hopefully, later on we'll see that she's better. The child, she's got an alcoholic, and she's an alcoholic and a drug addict. Popping pills is a drug. Okay. Nene beef, girl. I said, now why Nene beefing with Lisa Wu? So Nene leaks Lisa Wu, both were season 1 OGs of Housewives of Atlanta. So apparently, AT Alien, who was at Nene's event for the road trip show, and she was mentioning Lisa was supposedly drunk, or a little bit inebriated, okay, at the event, and blopty blopty bloop. They also brought up how, you know, Nene was on the mic and Nene did not mention or acknowledge Lisa Wu. And to me, Lisa Wu has said over the years that she feels as if Nene Leakes doesn't acknowledge her as an OG of the show. And Lisa Wu is an OG. She was there seasons, I think, 1 through 3. It was her and her husband Ed with the kids and all that stuff. So, you know, she's also Keith Sweat's ex-wife. So it was a lot. Okay. So while talking, her and Demetria, Lisa said this.
The show brought you all back. Would you all go back and turn up for the ladies?
They've asked me 3 times. I have laughed disrespectfully. No, but you know what? I'll go, but see, people bother me and they ruffle my feathers, and so I got to give one of them. And they want to say like I was tipsy or something. No, you disrespected me, so I had to get with you. Okay, if she go, I'll go and I'll be her backup. See, that's
we don't want y'all on the show, no.
part. I can throw shades, but I prefer hands.
We don't need fighting. No physical altercations.
So that's why exactly. It was an alter ego thing, and I was a ninja. That's what I'm saying. She's a ninja, and I'm a ninja.
So Nene then commented saying, desperate, AA, please go heal, girl. Now calling Lisa Wu AA. Because folks keep saying that Lisa will be drinking, child. I was like, now why would you do that? Okay. But if I feel like over the years, when you discuss the show, you purposefully ignore me, and when I check you about it, we have issues. It's like, bitch, fuck you. Okay, I was an OG. Don't disrespect me. And when Lisa at one point brought up, Nene likes to ignore me, but she won't, you know, talk about Bravo or Kim, who she sued. So why have an issue with me? Okay. So again, Nene said, desperate, AA, please go heal, which made Lisa Wu post a squatting moose. I said, bitch. Lisa Wu posted a squatting moose and said, this squatting moose keeps playing with me when I was there. I didn't know you, Nene Leakes. You are so disrespectful and still didn't learn. Learn. And she still didn't learn your lesson. Maybe she meant learn your lessons. I don't know. But, bitch, I said, not a squatting moose. Now, first of all, who thinks to Google a squat moose? Now, if you call me all kind of names, You can't get upset at my retaliation. Okay, if you're calling me alcoholic and I call you a spotted moose, I mean fast. Okay. So child, we shall see what happened between Nene and Lisa Wu when the show airs later this year. Okay. Um, what's left? Was just Nicki now? I think it's just Nicki. We did Drew, we did Karen, we did Nene, we did Cardi. Bitch, when I tell you that y'all see Cardi B on SNL, Cardi B did Bodega Baddie. Okay? Bodega She, again, wearing the dress representing the Dominican the Dominican Republic flag. She did Bodega Baddie to perform and had a full Latin band with her all on live TV. Going against the ICE agenda is amazing to witness. Again, it was Cardi. Her tour starts next month. She performed Bodega Baddie and also everything. No, girl, every time. And it was such a great performance. Even though I know some parts she was lip syncing or whatever, but she was rapping too. She was rapping too. To me, this showed me her tour is gonna be amazing. Okay, amazing. She also did Airtime. I said, girl, bitch, you better. Okay. Again, Cardi, and again, this was her performing, Have to Not Curse. You know what I'm saying? This is a censored version of her tour. Okay. And Cardi, to me, did not disappoint. Cardi, bitch, while Nicki punk ass, we can't stand her Minaj just round here being a goddamn Colt 45 dick sucker. Cardi B is somewhere selling out shows. Okay. And I was like, you bitch, you girl, you better. But sometimes you have to show folks, you have to show them what you stand for. And her choosing Whatever Baddie, because she could have did any other song, but she chose that song for a reason, and that I love. Also, I didn't see this as I was sitting here. Cardi did SNL Saturday. He's playing, the Super Bowl Sunday. And while talking, this is what he said.
After you get your ring, is Cardi getting her ring? Proposal?
It's on the agenda, maybe, right? I gotta get mine first.
You're getting it. You're gonna win. Question after you.
Now I'm like, first of all, I do not want Cardi and Stefan to get married right now. Now, can they get engaged and then be engaged for a year or so? Sure. But I feel like, I don't want anyone pressuring them to get married. You know what I'm saying? They seem happy right now. They don't have to get married. Him saying, I got to get married first, maybe so. But also, stop asking folks when they're going to propose. When I want to. Because, who was it? Klay Thompson's daddy was somewhere, and someone asked him about Klay and Meg. And he said, I love her. She's great. She's a great cook, blah, blah, blah. And the person that said, hey, you think they'll get married soon? I don't know. That's up to them. Stop asking people that. Because there is no great answer. Because if he's planning it, you didn't ruin got him to ride. And if he says no, you know what I'm saying, what if that causes an issue? You know what I'm saying? So again, him saying I gotta get mine first was a cute little way out of it. But again, stop doing that shit. Period. Okay. Now where did Nicki Minaj? Now look, Nicki. Because where did it start? One, child, you know, Nicki going after Don Lemon.
Called for Don Lemon's arrest over his church stunt in Minneapolis. He's since called you racist, unhinged, homophobic, and out of your depth. Anything you'd like to say to Don Lemon?
Cocksucker, stop.
Oh God, this also aggravated me. Nicki also went to the screening of Melania's movie, child, looking in the sunken place. Okay, in the sunken place. Oh, I just, you know, she's rounding and wobbling and just sucking off, girl. Just just shucking and jiving for them people, and it aggravates me. You know, then she said, "Oh, I got a Trump card. Hold for what?" No, wait, I gotta keep scrolling. Where is it? Residency, the coop is cooping. Finalizing the citizenship at work as we speak, because she told y'all I got a gold card, girl, and they said, "Bitch, that's a memento." So you know, Nicki was out here, gold code 45 card free of charge. Again, she out here shucking and jiving, and it just aggravated my spirit. Okay, I'm not done. Hold on.
Been recently very vocal about politics and social issues. Was there a specific moment that flipped the switch for you? Was it Gavin Newsom? Was it Nigeria? What made you wake up, so to speak?
You know what, Katie? I think that people's steps are aligned. I used to always tell people this when I was growing up, but like I had this strong premonition my whole life that I had a second job to do. Like, and this was, by the way, this was before I even made it in rap. Something inside of me just told me I would have another thing to do. And so actually, the first time I said it out loud or texted it was during the last campaign, the presidential campaign, this last one. I saw something and
you've been
away, and I said, this is a mistake. And I also said, this all of this is making me want to get into politics. So the last thing that really did it was me seeing certain things, the campaign, this recent campaign, presidential campaign, and knowing that I could help because the things that I was saying, it was happening. Like
I don't know what dick guzzling juice she's been drinking. Okay. She then was accusing Jay-Z of dating Foxy Brown at 15, dating Aaliyah when she was 15, 16, 17, getting with Beyonce at 16. So again, she's sharing things, accusing Jay-Z of dating underage women. Okay, even brought up that Jay-Z signed Rihanna at 16. You know, so she's bringing up these things. You know, she's posting Jay-Z with Aaliyah. You know, just a child. I'm not reading all the stuff that she's saying because, ma'am, the truth is your husband is the real predator and your brother. Okay. So I just feel like Nicki, like let's just have her funeral. Okay. Let's just have her funeral because to me, Nicki Minaj is dead. Her fame in our world, in our realm is dead. Her support from her core fans is dead. Okay. Child, she then put out, she's not going to I won't be releasing an album until my contract is renegotiated, until I tell you about all the sabotage that Rico is finding out about Billboard. Again, she's just girl full of shit. And I don't know how else to say it. Then she went on a rant. Everyone knows Chrissy Teigen has a dick. Now, what? Now, how did we get here? And I'm like, allegedly is what she said. I'm like, if it's allegedly, then we don't know. But who out the blue says a grown woman who was birthed to children, has birthed, like, she had 4 kids. Okay. I know she birthed at least 2. I think 2, maybe it been I can't remember. My point is, at what a dick, girl. Then she went Lizzo. A fat Lizzo lost 20 pounds just to sell 20 albums, and so now she has loose skin and a flop album. Bitch, what? Oh, what? Again, I just need, because any barb that's left, anybody that's left who feels like, they have to support Nicki is crazy. Because at the Grammy, Trevor Noah made a joke saying Nicki was not there because she was at the White House with Trump talking about asses. So Nicki then said Trevor refuses to come out the closet when everyone in the industry knows he's his boyfriend. Again, so now she's accused him of being gay, as if being a gay is an insult. Again, I just want her to go away. So again, anybody who was still a Nicki Minaj fan, she also said that they sabotaged my documentary because I spoke about abuse that I suffered. They've been trying to stall all my products in hopes I lose a bunch of money and beg them for help. Their leaders still think it's a joke. The destruction that's about to come down on them isn't funny. I told y'all leave me alone. Now you understand why you should have sat there and taken your meds. No, you take your meds. Again, Nicki Minaj is a diabolically delusional dingbats. And I just need people to actively be aware that she is, I think they thought Nicki Minaj was a rapper who everyone loves. And if she said, hey, support Code 45, folks will listen. And that the opposite happened. Okay, the opposite happened. So, at this point, anything she says, I'm ignoring, because there's nothing that she can say that will make any sense. There's nothing she can say that I will want to support. Okay. And then after she put out that she got a fucking gold card, for her residency here, they said no, that was a gift. It was just a memento. Okay. It has no value. Okay. Like Nicki. And then girl, Nicki out here with that goddamn glue wig, girl. I'm sad at the demise that she's up there hand in hand with that shitty diapered motherfucker like it's cool. Okay. And it's bullshit. Okay. We do not support Nicki Minaj. Okay. She is off. She is the new Amber Rose. 2 women who placated themselves into the black delegation to only turn to the white delegation of Code 45ness for money. And when Nicki Minaj says, I'm sorry, it wasn't me, it was Roman. When she comes trying to say sorry in about 2 years, I give it 2 years. Okay? I give it 2 years. And once she comes saying, I'm sorry, baby, it wasn't me, it was Roman. I'm going to say, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, fuck Amber Rose, Code 45, all y'all. Anyway, y'all, okay, I am done. I think I got through everyone, and we have been over. It's, oh my God, it's 12:30. Oh my God, I'm tired. So y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed. Okay, I hope y'all have already liked the video, subscribe to my channel. Okay, y'all been commenting in the comment section. Y'all have been following me on all social media. Okay, I appreciate all of y'all. I will try my best to not be gone for no week again. I'll try my best to come talk to y'all tomorrow. So please check the show again for tomorrow at 9 p.m. Okay, I love y'all. I'm finna go to bed now. But I child, oh God, 3 hours. I am so tired. But I love you, okay? Again, be good, be safe wherever you are, okay? Hug your loved ones. And if you see Nicki Minaj, trip her down the stairs. I gotta go. Bye.